That good. Ooh. Give me a back of dope. That is really good. Hold on. Hey guys, it's your girl Chef Joya, and welcome back to my channel, Say What is Vegan. Today we are going to have a delicious side dish that I think everyone should know how to make. We're getting ready to make Southern fried cabbage. This dish contains no water. You have all the good oils, the seasonings, and the flavor. So if you have anybody that ever traumatized you from making cabbage, send this recipe to them immediately, expeditiously, and be like, look, this is how you make that cabbage. This is what your cabbage is supposed to look like. If you're not already subscribed to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video. Turn those notifications on because this is where you're going to find the best vegan recipes there is. We're going to start off by gathering all of our ingredients. I like to put everything out first so that way it just makes the process easier. Next, I'm going to go ahead and wash and peel the outside layer of my cabbage. I don't know about y'all, but I just have to peel that top layer off, and sometimes the second and the third. Next, I'm going to go ahead and cut my cabbage into 4, and then I cut that part out in the middle. I know some people core it differently. You can do however you choose, but this is how I do it. And this is the size that I like to chop my cabbage. That way it allows the cooking process to go faster. The smaller the cut, the faster it cooks. But you don't want it too tiny because then the texture messes it all up. Now, cabbage is one of those veggies that it is, got little gassy tendencies, but it actually has so many health benefits. It's an anti-inflammatory. It's also high in vitamin K, and it's good in fiber. And when you're on a diet or trying to lose weight, it's really good because it's very filling and it's low in calories. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my sweet onion. And this is a Vidallia onion. You see how big this baby is? When I tell you I wanted to use the whole thing for this video, but I didn't want to look too greedy. So I used just, enough. I left that little piece right there to do something else with. But I go ahead and I slice up my onions. Next, I'm going to go ahead and chop up my bell pepper. Now, I am using a green bell pepper, and I'll also be using a red bell pepper for this. You can actually chop this to any size that you like, but I would just say not to do it too small because, again, texture is a thing. Now, I do take the rest of my veggies that I'm not using, and I do put it in a bag, and I store it in the freezer to use it to make vegetable stock for later. I have bags and bags and bags of stock veggies that I tend to not use. I just gather for the holidays, really. Next, I'm going to go ahead and cut my garlic. Now, what I'm doing right here is pressing into my garlic because I like to break the cell walls. This releases a lot more of that flavor in the garlic, and you do this before chopping it. Next, you're going to go ahead and make sure you put some oil in the pan, and I'll be using avocado oil. And I decided to use avocado oil because I am going to be using a lot of oil, and I did not edit this part out because I want to show you exactly how much I'll be using. Next, I'm going to take these Gardein sausages, and oh my gosh, guys, they are so delicious, and they're already chopped. I'm going to add that directly to the oil with some vegan Worcestershire sauce and some red house seasoning, and I allowed that to cook for about 2 minutes. Now, this is an ingredient I have not used in my fried cabbage before, but it came to my mind to do it. So I'm going to use some portobellos, and I'm going to cook that for about 1.5 minutes. And then I'm going to remove all of that from the oil. And next, I'm going to scrape off those little brown bits. You want to make sure you get all that flavor in there. Then you add in your veggies, and you want to make sure you saute that for about 2 minutes. And of course, you're going to go ahead and season it with this Just Magic seasoning. Now, if you don't know about my seasoning, guys, I'm not saying this just because I made them, but when I tell you, these are absolutely delicious, and it has everything in it that you need. I purposely created these seasonings to make sure that all you have to do is shake the bottle and go. Next, I'm adding in my vegan butter, and yeah, I use a lot of it because you need just that much. And then I'm going to add in some brown sugar. Now, I caramelized my veggies for about 2 minutes before I added in my cabbage. And I'm going to stuff that bad baby all the way into the top. And I am cooking all of this over medium-high heat. Next, I add in my vegan Worcestershire sauce. Then I'm going to go ahead and tap it down with some red house seasoning. And again, I'm not editing this out because I want you all to see just how much seasoning I use. Now, this pork flavor broth mix I get from the Asian market, and I will let you know it does have MSG in it. You can do your own research on MSG. There's a lot of false information. There's a lot of good information out there on it, but it's definitely your preference. You don't have to use it. You can also just use a regular vegetable bouillon if you choose to. I'm going to go ahead and mix it together. Then I'll add in some black pepper, some smoked paprika just for extra flavor. Then I also add in some liquid smoke, but remember not to use too much because it tastes like an ashtray. And you do want some acidity to it. So I'm going to use an apple cider vinegar, but you can also use a red wine vinegar. Next, I'm going to also take a teaspoon of that Better Than Bouillon vegetable mix. And then I'm going to add in some more of my Just Magic seasoning. Now, y'all could probably say, like Chef Joy, that's a lot of seasoning, baby. You're going to need all the seasoning. So when I tell you want all the flavor, you want all of this flavor. I purposely made these seasonings not high in sodium, just the right amount of sodium. Next, I add back in my mushroom and my vegan meat, and I cook it down for about another 5 minutes. I add in a little bit of mushroom seasoning and crushed red pepper. Then I'm going to go ahead and cook it for about another 5 minutes, and voila. This is exactly what you want your tender fried cabbage to look like. All right, guys, my favorite part, your favorite part, it is completely done, and we're getting ready to dig into this cabbage. I'm going to take a little bit because I'm trying not to get messy. Y'all know I am a messy eater, so I'm just going to add a little bit, make sure I get some of that sausage, that mushroom, because I'm so nervous about the mushroom. That was just something I decided to do, and my thoughts and ideas never steer me wrong, so I'm assuming it's going to be delicious, but if it's not, I'm going to tell you not to do it. All right, so we're going to make sure we get some of the bell pepper, the onions, the garlic, and y'all see all that juice, all that flavor? It is drowning. Where's some hot sauce? This don't even feel right eating this without no hot sauce. Give me a second, hot sauce. But for the sake of y'all, let's taste that ball head. Not that it's ball head in flavor, but ball head with no hot sauce, okay? Because I want to make sure y'all know that this is going to be delicious. Let's see. Ooh, wait a minute. That good. Ooh. Give me a back of that. That is really good. Hold on. It has like the perfect acidity from the vinegar, and that spice hits you. That was caught me. That's what caught me in the back of the throat was that spice. It was like, wow. It hit me right there. And then all the flavors just coming together. The mushroom texture works perfectly fine. So if you're one of the ones who say, Chef, I don't want to eat any plant-based meats, any mock meats, use the mushrooms. It's absolutely delicious with that brown sugar and the smokiness of the red house seasoning. It makes it all perfect. I'm going to add this hot sauce to it because I know it's about to take it up another level. Like just when you think it can't get no better. Baby. That's it right there. My mouth is full. I know y'all get tired of me smacking in y'all ear. It's so good. Hold on. Make sure you're following Chef Joy so you can find the best vegan recipes there is. If not the best recipes there is. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about this video and share with somebody if you care. I'm Chef Joya, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.